Good morning. Am I audible? Right. So I won't be going on the podium. I'll probably be here, there, everywhere, making sure nobody sleeps. Right. So good morning. That was quite an introduction, Kunal. Kunal, right? Yeah. Thanks a lot for introducing me. Um, so I go by Vrushali. Huh? Just as young as you. You can't hear me without this. No? Okay. I just said that I'm as young as you. A very important statement cannot be missed. Now everybody heard, even in the bag? Yes. Yeah. So good morning, all of you. And so this is going to be a free-flowing conversation. I don't have any particular point that I am here to convey. It's maybe I'll start with what I started my journey with. You guys are a hotel management student, I think second year, third year, right? Right? Final year as well. Okay. So I did my graduation. I'm an engineer by degree, I would say. But I have been eating for so many years that, you should count that as an experience. So I did 7-8 years of technical job. There was few years when I was in job. Then I did the consultancy. So very early in my career, I went solo. I went independent. Not in a very structured format wherein you go to an organization, you work, and you earn your monthly salary. Right? That is a very structured format. So very early in my days, I went independent because I was contributing. I was a good techie. So my contribution was good as far as the web presence. That was also good. Then we used to call it a web presence. The code that you used to write, that was open to all. Now you call it your social media presence, right? And still I call myself as young as you. So it is like from web presence to social media. So from then, it was basically an experience of going independent. You work in a restaurant when somebody will tell you, somebody will give you call me 2, 3, 1, and that hierarchy you follow. That's a very structured format. You do that for initial years and then you move out. So that was my journey. I became independent. I had good clients from Canada, US, but that was still technical. My heart, I took some time to understand what I really wanted to do. So after a few years, I had a chance to move to Hyderabad. That is where I faced genuine issues in sourcing good quality meat. It was my first time facing retail. It was my first time addressing something which was this big. We were really trying to come up with, rather not come up with, to solve something. I'm talking about when Amazon was not even in India, that era. When you won't even think buying anything online. I'm talking about that time when we were thinking about buying meat online, selling meat online. A platform should offer all sorts of meat, cuts, marinated, whatever. It was a very niche problem that we were looking to solve. Of course, we were the early entrants of e-commerce. That was the time when there was a big question mark, thinking if the e-commerce will even work in Indian audience, right? It was then. But that gave us the early problems of starting your own. When they say startup, how it is different than a company. Startup is something you have to imagine it at a scale. Only then, it is not like me going down and hailing a rickshaw, right? That is a very day-to-day activity. Everybody does that. But when Uber does it, he thinks globally, right? So when you are talking about a startup, you have to scale up. start thinking about your at least national level. That is how the benchmark sets in. So Meetroot gave me that opportunity that if you are talking about a problem, just scale up a little. You talk about city, you talk about state, you talk about the national. So we did that for 5-6 years. We took a hard call of shutting that down because we couldn't scale it up. But then we had learned the hardest lessons. After that, I took a break for a year and a half. I traveled and figured that maybe I can definitely contribute a product in the bakery segment in Indian market. So now if you see, we are talking about Indian market. I'm not talking about a bakery that is going to serve people from 5-10 kilometers, right? So that is what happened from first company to the second. We started thinking national, we started thinking global, that if this is working here, we can, if I can serve my croissants to Jammu, if I can serve my croissants to Kerala, we can surely go to Dubai, right? So that is what my first company did. We started thinking little beyond the boundaries were expanded. So that is how Miana Food started. We picked up a product. We have been out in the market for 5-6 years now. Single product company. We don't do cakes, breads, pastries. What is already available in the market, and people are doing amazing work. We always believe that if we are working, if we are putting in our efforts, we should be original with it. We wouldn't do something just as a Me Too model. If somebody is doing great, we are happy for the whole thing. But if we are doing, we got to be original. So that is how Miana Food started. We are pretty much the only one, or one of the very few ones, who are coming up with a pure, genuine butter croissants at an affordable price point. So I think that's a good coverage.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good
I have
morning.
a question for you.
Uh-huh.
I want to ask you what made you decide to start your own business?
Um, so as I've mentioned, so it's I started from doing job. I was the only member in R&D in company called Avaya. So from doing a job to entrepreneurship, see, it is not a decision. It's a journey. You do something, you understand that if this is for you or no, right? So it is not like overnight. So I wanted to do something. Even what is that something? You want to do services, even if you want to go independent, you want to start your own business, but what kind of business? It's a journey that you have to learn things about yourself. Even if it is you, forget about learning market reactions, but even to learn something about yourself, you would want to go through situations, face them as close, and then you understand, okay, am I comfortable doing this, right? I did a bit of services also. I'm not a services person. I am very good at building products. I can go in my cave, lock myself, keep building the product. That is something my comfort area is, right? So even when I started my business, I still had to understand, am I comfortable in services? Am I comfortable in products? Am I comfortable doing that for a longer time? See, you will be putting your 15-16 hours, not just you as a person. Whole of your team also does that for you, right? For the company, for the longer vision, right? So it's a journey. You got to understand yourself first, that what you will be doing for next 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, a decade, like that.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
My question is, how do you build a strong team for your startup?
This is a very good question, and then there is no answer to it, because it depends a lot on the founder. founders' first and foremost responsibility is to get good people in. Huh? If you are starting up, definitely you are not sitting on any funds, right? You don't start. You are not a geo wherein you start with a great budget, right? So great people coming in will cost you, right? So what is the founder's responsibility? The only responsibility, foremost, the most important responsibility for the founder is to get good people in, get them convinced with the vision that you see, right? Only and get them excited about it. Today you may not have much to offer, but you have to be able to sell them the tomorrow, right? So there are a couple of ways. There is one is training. You get whoever joins in, and then the other one is you get the great ones already established in the industry, because you need both. You need the freshers. You also need the experienced ones. So it is pretty much on the founder. You like the founder, you will do anything for not just the founder but also for the vision, right? You take big companies like Oyo, any big company for that matter. It always starts small, and what you see is only a tip of it. If there is one company getting successful, there are 99 failing, right? So it is basically the emotional anchor. You got to have that person's emotional anchor in your with your vision in your company, and it is it's that ability over the period you develop. Good morning. Can't hear you.
How you identify that your business idea is good or useful?
How do you identify if the business idea is
Good or useful for your business?
okay? So see, this is not. There are a couple of approaches here. Something that you really like. This is one of the very common mistake that founders may be making. But something that you like and you end up thinking, assuming that the market will also like. So you will have to keep your personal likings aside, right? And how do you gauge the market? You will only can do that once you go out in the market. Easiest process to do that is build a very a basic product. We generally call it MVP. MVP is minimum viable product, a product with a basic features. You don't need a perfect product because nothing like that exists, right? You come up with a very basic product with basic features in it, go out in the market, get the initial feedback will tell you. You may get biased with the feedback also, but you still have to go out in the market to see where you basically are looking for the fitment, right? If the product is a good fit for the market or no. So your customer will tell you. See, there are shitty products. Sorry for using this word. Sorry. Uh, I am just taking your attention. There are great products, and then there are not so okay products, but they do wonderful in the market, right? So you have to go out in the market to see how your product is performing. There are metrics to it. Customer feedback is one of the metric. I may like your product, but I may not buy it again, right? So your repeat ratio is one of a very strong metric. So these are couple of metrics. There are many, acquisition cost. My product is costing 100 rupees, but if I need to give you 200 rupees to buy my product, then I'm not a businessman, right? So there are these basic metrics are out there, but you still have to build a product and go out in the market to see the fitment. Huh. Good morning. You can just be loud. What? Who makes? Entrepreneurs? Okay. Arey, you will be amazed by the variety of mistakes. I have myself gone through, and even today, we really have to laugh at how can we, make such mistakes. So it is an amazing journey. If you are asking me about mistakes, I'll give you a couple of them, but it is something very mesmerizing. Whoever has started anything, or most of you will also be starting anything, the best thing, the best evening, if you want to enjoy, you just have to sit and think about the mistakes that you have done, the crazy level of mistakes. So that is, I'll give you a couple of them. The first one is, of course, if you're talking about a mistake and a business, it has to be finance, right? So financial mistakes, of course, there are many layers to it, but the first timers, how they'll go wrong, where they'll go wrong is, generally budget allocation is where they go wrong. If you're setting up a place, you should identify at least on paper how much are you putting in. Say suppose, since restaurant is relevant here, most of the budget, if it is going in setting up a place, doing your crockeries, cutleries, menu, right, that's your capex. By putting in money in this, you are not, there is no assurance that there'll be customers coming in, right? So if majority of the budget is getting used as capex, you should also identify that whatever that is left over, divide that into two parts. Do you want me to come again? We are talking about budget here. The majority has already gone in setting up the place. Whatever that has left over, you should be dividing that into two parts, right? The first one is your working capital, and the second one is your sustenance. You are not supposed to touch that. Now go back again and fix your capex, because there's barely anything left for your working capital, right? So budget allocation is one of the early mistake that you may end up doing. Second is, you underestimate the time required to break even. You may think that you can plan for a year, इसके बाद चलेगा, नहीं चलता है. You may always consider a worst case situation, 3 साल इसको चलाना है. If you have 30 tables, always calculate that only 10 tables will be filled, and then back calculate. See, rosy situations to handle, who wouldn't want that? But be prepared for the worst case, right? So yeah, these are the couple of mistakes. I can just go on and on.
Morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Where can young entrepreneurs find funding?
Over what?
Where can young entrepreneurs find funding for their startup?
Young? How young? If you are
Freshers.
Correct. Forget about funding. That is why I asked how young. So see, if you think, you might have heard stories that at 18 years, 19 years, people write something on paper, and on that paper model they're getting funded. Very, very rare situation. You need to be coming from such circle wherein people have seen you work, people have seen you already gone out in the market and done something. But at the start, if you are expecting, do not expect. If that happens to you, you are one of the very rare ones. But let's set some expectations, realistic expectations, right? So who will trust you? Because see, Indian scenario is such, see, there is a huge difference. 18-year-old an Indian kid, 18-year-old an American kid, he has already seen the world better in the sense, the exposure that he has got. An American kid versus us, he is working since 14 years. We have not gone out and worked. We have not earned our buska ticket also, right? So we are that naive. People still, parents still go drop their kids to their first job, right? That is how the Indian pampered, protected, the surroundings are, right? So coming back to your questions, when should you expect the funding? To start with, it is always going to be friends and family, because only they can trust you. And this is emotional. It is not that they trust your abilities, they want to support you. You know, more or if they are giving you funds, it is more because they want to support you. Huh? So do not count that some external funding will come. You got to be proving yourself, right? And that will happen when the world sees you, what you can really work with it. So realistically, friends and family is where your first round of funding happens. If you have little patience, you should ideally be working in the industry for 4-5 years. If you know that you will be starting something of your own, then save for 4-5 years, because see, whoever, be that your parents or whoever is ready to invest, right, they need to see your skin in the game, right? You can't say that, you know, I'll be working day in day out unless you put in your own buck, right? So they need to see that. So I think I answered.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
My question was, how important is a business plan and what should it include?
How important is business?
Plan.
बिजनेस ओ अरे बिना प्लान के बिजनेस कैसे बनेगा सो मतलब what you are building, so business plan is very important. Sometimes at the start it may be just an idea in the sense, I'll go out, I'll buy some potatoes, I'll come boil them, make, you know, even the raste ka thela wala guy will also be putting up some numbers together. So whoever is doing bhaji ka stall or vada pav stall, he is also putting some numbers together. He may not be as polished as someone from someone who is graduated or, you know, a management student. But business plan is important. If you know what is going to be your input and output, right? If this is my input is going to be, and this is what I expect as an output, so वो तो clarity होना चाहिए. That clarity will get clearer during the course, right? But you should know, see, people won't join you. In your head, things should be clear. So business plan तो बनता है.
What all should be included in the business plan if it's a startup? That was also his question.
हाँ ठीक है, what all should be included in the business plan. So there are different you know, when you're building a business plan, firstly it is for yourself. You got to be convinced with it. So as far as restaurant or we can take a restaurant's example. So ingredient कितना लगेगा, capex कितना लगेगा, your running costs, there are salaries, rents, there are multiple parameters are going to be there. And try filling up numbers. Of course, you also need to identify your sector. If it is going to be, are you want some water? Am I boring you so much? Sorry. Yeah, so identify your sector. If you are working in 100 to 200 ticket size, if you are working, now I'm going to ask you a question. Yeah, if you are working in 100 to 200, I'll come back to you. If you are working in that 100 to 100 segment, or you are working in that 200 to 300 segment, identify what does McDonald's do, what is the bracket that they play in, what is maybe, you know, a chai wala, you know, they will never run in losses. That is the smallest ticket size, 10 rupees, 20 rupees, right? You build your business from there, 10, 20 rupees, and this is only for your understanding. You don't have to, if you are building a business plan for a tea stall, right? You don't have to really start a tea stall. But by the time you come up with, you will also be getting a question now. So by the time you really start something, right, you have to go through these many business plans. So that's what it takes. It is not just if you are passionate about a bakery, only understand bakery industry, not like that. You start with as basic as possible. Yep. Who's next?
What challenges do you face by starting business?
Challenges, yeah, many challenges. Every day, will make sure that it throws a harder challenge at you. It is that day's responsibility that it throws a better, bigger, greater challenge. Challenge at the start, funds. बिना फंड के कुछ होता नहीं है, but that is how you have to start. कि whatever resources that you have, considering those, what can you really come up? Challenges wise, see, funds, if funds are sorted, then you start to see other problems. But initially fund is the thing. Fund, working capital, uske baad you will see when things are sorted, you will start to see that every day there is an attrition. Attrition is basically people are joining you and leaving you for no good reason for yourself, So then from fund, so these are the layers of challenges. First is your financial, then you will get down to emotional. Emotional is यार मैंने इतना किया, छोड़ कैसे जाते लोग, right? So from once you settled with that, you understand. 10 लोग छोड़ के जाते हैं तो 2 टिकते हैं. So again you put some math to it. After that, the stage comes is your growth stage. When you can do 2 stores very nicely, but when you are moving from 5th store to 10th store, you will be struggling with the operations. You can be anywhere in the world, but you should still be able to keep a tap on your accounts. You should be able to keep a tap on your sales, right? So the challenges are always going to be there. It just they come in different challenges in different phases. Yeah.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
My question is it better to start a business alone or with a partner?
I have always worked alone. And all my friends, my family members, even with the second venture I was coming up with, the only thing that they expected is that I have a co-founder. It is a very personal choice. If you can work with people in the sense, if a co-founder is a comfort for you, maybe it's a personal choice. I have always worked alone, but my team is my strength. So if you ask me, I'll probably always be going solo. But businesses, you need people. You need people to be with you. You can't dream a big dream just alone. Of course, with the journey, you will always have people joining you. You are spending close to 16-18 hours with them. That's a family that you will be building. But there is a difference between a co-founder, a founding member, and a team, right? So it is very personal. Yeah.
How do you handle your failure or situations when your idea does not work?
How do you handle failure?
Failure or situations when your idea does not work, specific idea.
Yeah, so I can answer this from my personal experience. See, any business, whoever is starting, you start with full of your honesty, whole of your heart. Nobody does it as a hobby. It is everybody's baby. So for me, when we decided to pull the plug hard on our startup, my previous startup, it was a very difficult decision. It doesn't happen overnight. It's a process. If you are starting something, you will do everything to keep it going, right? So on different fronts, you will go to customers, and we did that for 6 years. So we were sitting on a very good customer base. So your customers are attached, but still, you try raising funds. If that is not happening, you try going for a bridge round. If that is also taking time, then whatever resources that you're having, you try to figure out how can you change your model, pivot your model just to have a longer runway, right? So you do all of this, but if you are facing a situation, being a founder, you got to do what you got to do, but you got to be doing it gracefully, right? So in our case, we had to take a hard call of shutting it down. So we marked a day, the day was marked, the site was pulled down, we vacated our offices. What we did was we made sure that everybody who was working with us, we got them placed elsewhere at a slightly better pay scale. That's the least we could do. To what, there's a lot of emotional this thing, pain or stress that you go through. But in all of this, right, if you try to think about your customers, your employees, that is something in this process soothes you. So if you are shutting down, if your idea is not working, that's the hardest, no matter what goes wrong, but something, it's your baby, right? So if that is the kind of call you are ever to make, I would say that it is going to take some time for you to come out of it. It is the most difficult phase in any of the entrepreneur, be that anyone, any field. But first exit is going to shape you, make you sharper, stronger. We never could grow in 6 years. Out of Pune, we couldn't go. But when Miana started, in first, rather in second, 2.5 years, we were already present in 5 states. Because by then we knew, forget knowing, we have felt our mistakes, we have learned from them. So it is okay. Even to reach that stage of calling that thing, that phase as okay, you are going to take some time. But if you are failing, we don't really embrace our failures, but that is something somebody asked from this section, right? The funding part, very easy to get funded if you failed for a couple of times. Very easy. So start early, fail, and move on.
Related to this question, which is the stage
Which is the stage? See, your vision helps here. You are saying the model as in when you will be changing? Startup model. Okay. So, your vision helps, So, when I say vision, the vision is for 5 years, 7 years, right? So, how do you understand when to change your model, or how do you understand if it is even working? Shall I keep going, or I just change my direction, I change the product? How do you understand? These are all difficult calls, right? And you as a founder, even if there is a co-founder, who asked me that question, right? Even if there is a co-founder, yeah, this is that founder's responsibility. Everybody will be looking at you, that what is your decision going to be. They will contribute their opinions inside, but ultimately it is going to be your decision. So you will always have that, that solo, this thing, that जो भी है मुझे ही सोचना तो तुमको ही पड़ेगा, right? So how vision helps, right? So every day there's going to be a problem. If you are seeing today and tomorrow only, you will always be daunted by the day-to-day problems, because you are only seeing aaj ka problem, kal ka problem, right? But if you start to see them with the horizon of 5 years, 7 years, 10 years, these problems become procedural, right? Because you know where you are heading towards. आज restaurant में नहीं कोई आया है, ठीक है, Saturday Sunday है, right? You have to accept the situation that I have to figure out something for these 5 days. So you won't change your strategy. What you will do, see, there is this restaurant in UK, Dishum, right? So they saw, they always did good. They did have that problem of restaurant में customer नहीं है. Still, what they saw that 6 बजे के बाद, after 6 p.m. there is a crowd. There's no one turning up before 6. I'm paying to rent for 24 hours. I should be getting crowd for all the slots that I wish to serve my food for, right? What they did, they come up with an idea of dice that if you are coming in before 6, and if you get 6 on the dice, your meal is on us. Right? Were they struggling with the crowd? No, they were not. They were they were doing good. It's just they came up with an idea. This is where they they tweaked their model a bit. Right? They weren't serving major meals there. But to get more people, it was their wish. So, as long as you are aligned with your vision, you should be able to make that decision if to change it, drop it. See, the word here is not modifications. You are not updating a file here. The word here is evolve. When you are starting something, what you started on day one will not remain same for in the second year, third year, fifth year, right? So word here is evolve. In this whole journey, not just your product, but your business, models, people, you yourself, you evolve. So you don't tweak or change or drop or continue, you evolve in the process. Yep.
Ma'am, how important is social media or digital marketing for a business?
Important तो है, but we never bothered, right? So why? We were facing B2B all this while. B2B is we are still active in Horeca segment, hotel, restaurant, cafes, catering. So when I can connect with you personally, I may not need any platform, right? When there is a connection between you and me, when I'm selling you croissants, right? You will probably not need what I post on Insta. This is this scenario wherein I would say if this scenario is true, if I can connect with you personally, then you probably not need social media, but then this is a limited scenario. I can connect with 50 people, not with 500 people, not with 5,000 people, right? So you have to identify whom are you looking to connect, right? For 5 years, if you check our Instagram, it is basic, it's not bad, but we haven't put in like a great so you should understand if it is a retail market wherein lakhs of people are going to sell, so there is something like a funnel, so if you are in the retail market, you want maybe lakhs and crores of people to see you first, and then अगर 10,000 लोग देखते हैं तो 1,000 लोग खरीदते हैं, and then only 50 people will be buying again, right? So if it is retail, then you cannot leave any form of media, not just social. You have to be there on the billboards, you have to be there everywhere, because you are looking at volumes, right? You are not looking to connect just with 50 people, that you can do. But अगर 50 लाख का टारगेट है, नेशनल है, स्टेट्स है ना, then you will need a social media, not just social media, everything that is related or that can help you spread the word for you. Yeah. See, any entrepreneur, you will need to be everywhere. So it is not really possible to build those skills. But what you can generally, what you should be doing is identify your strengths. There are 10 departments. You will have to ace at most of them. Sales है, marketing है, आपको menu बनाना है, customer को face करना है, right? So there are tons of responsibilities, and at the start, that start can be for a year for someone, for 2 years for someone, for 3 years for someone, right? So skills is basically you need to have an open mind. So if you are an introvert, but customer face karna hai, so you will have to go out, right? So one thing is needed is your open mind, and don't say no to things because something that you don't know because you haven't done it, you haven't tried those things. So that as a founder, as an entrepreneur, you don't get that luxury of, saying no because you don't know, right? So you might not have handled marketing campaigns, but करना है तो करना है यार, business चलाना है, तो उसके लिए skill set क्या लगेगा? Openness. You just have an open mind and चालू करो. Any other question? हाँ. Arey, no question is silly. Yaar. My kids, they say, I made a mistake, but it was a silly mistake. That mistake है, silly कैसे हो सकता है? तो question है, silly कैसे हो सकता है? बोलो. हाँ. Miana? So word doesn't mean anything. These are my combination of my two daughters, Meera and Anamitra, Miana. So this is one of the things that you will need to do if you are looking to go global. You will have to come up with a name that doesn't mean anything in any of the language, so that wherever you go, you don't hurt anyone's sentiment. This I learned from my first company, Avaya. Avaya means nothing in any of the language. Avaya was the Graham Bell, the one who invented telephone, Bell. So that company got spun off. So your enterprise version is Avaya. So that is what so at the start I was very techie. I was not like this, in your room with a laptop, you do coding and all of this. So someone who asked a question, right? So what skills? So I am an introvert person, but today if I'm delivering a lecture here, so you got to do what you got to do. क्या? I still can't hear you.
What small steps should student take for preparing a business later?
Business? To start. Okay, he is asking what small steps a student should take if he is aiming to start. Small steps. First, you have to start dreaming. Dreaming in the sense कि मैं ये करूँगा, ये गाड़ी खरीदूँगा, not that kind of a dream. But dreaming in the sense when I say dream, it's basically even if it's a kirana store, that's an idea. When I say dream, you should say that if I can do this as a POC, proof of concept, if I can do this, how can I make this big? Since you asked this question as a startup is all about a scale, right? What all small steps you can take is, firstly, you have to look around. Keep looking around. 4 years you have got. Whatever that you are learning as a theory, there are so many things happening around. चाय पीने जाते हो, पिक्चर देखने जाते हो. You can even say, see, the Bollywood or even the movie industry is struggling so much. Such good content, but nobody is going to the theater. Such good product you will make, but nobody is buying it, right? So even before you face these situations, you have 4 years. Just observe whatever things those are happening around, so that you can relate, right? So we are also coming up with an FMCG product, which is going to be a national product. We are launching it in Mumbai, right? So whenever you're targeting a huge audience, right, mistakes are always going to be there, but you have to imagine few things. For that imagination to be sharp, you need to be preparing your mind. How that will happen? Not by reading books, of course that is a good part, but just look around. There are so many things happening around, right? So look around, be observant. सिंपल क्वेश्चंस कि यार कोलगेट और जो भी टूथब्रश है वो हमेशा ब्लू और रेड में क्यों आता है, right? Check their advertisements, why they are so loud and bright, right? आप रेडियो के ads सुनो, why they are like so much shouting. Right? So there is so many things happening around. All that you need to do is be observant and ask why are they doing it like that, because somebody is facing some problem and what you are seeing is a solution to it. So even before you face those problems, you be at least aware कि यार लोगों ने ये सारा चीज किया है. Right? So if you are thinking of starting something of your own, देखो लोग कैसे काम करते हैं.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
I have a question.
Uh-huh.
Why intensive training is important and why?
What training?
Intensive.
Interns? Yes.
Intensive training and in which area?
Intensive.
It's important to be an entrepreneur.
हाँ, तो they see, first is your stamina, right? During this training, exposure, of course, so that you will get to choose when you go through these trainings, where you will get to see, you basically go through all these departments. So that's an exposure. You understand your natural inclination and all of this, you know. So this exposure is one part, but stamina is something that how much can you give and for how long, right? So you can एग्जाम कल है, आज तो फुल नाइट पढ़ोगे ही पढ़ोगे, पर रोज थोड़ी ना करोगे. अगर रोज करोगे ना, so that is what the intensive training will prepare you for. You know, see, for rosy situations you don't need much of a preparation. There also you need to be grounded and you know all of that. But generally, if you can pass the phase of difficulties, you will do things gracefully. So intensive trainings are very much important because there is a shift, cultural shift from being a student to getting into an industry. Industries are demanding, restaurants are demanding, 5 stars are demanding, startups तो आप मतलब आ जाओ फिर डूबने डूबने in the sense in the work, and you will not even know कि यार एक महीना बीत गया पता ही नहीं चला. You know, there is so much that is happening in the startup world. Yeah. Good morning. How? हाँ, so see, we work in two sectors. एक तो B2B है. B2B is all about relation. मतलब मेरा product सही है, ठीक है, but there will be many others selling the same product, right? So when you are talking about B2B, it is more of a relation, right? So that is one thing that we do. Marketing generally comes in picture जब आप retail market handle करते हो. How do you do that? तो marketing is a vast subject. हाँ, तो आपका online है, offline है. How is your go to market strategy? Are you going the offline route? वो है तो hoarding लगाओ. Are you taking the online route? As in selling it on Blinkit? We will be there on Blinkit and offline. So we are doing everything because, as I've said, you got to do what you got to do. So Blinkit है, Zepto है. If that is the case, you do online. Why? Because see, online advertisement करोगे, online campaigns करोगे, तो वो conversion offline में मिलना बहुत मुश्किल है, right? आप पार्ले जी का ad online देख के दुकान में नहीं जाते हो, right? So same is the case. अगर आपका strategy to go online है, तो ads आपको online करने पड़ेंगे, right? So you also need to understand what is your TG. अगर बच्चों के खिलौने बेचने हैं तो फिर YouTube चलाओ, right? So and you know, this I'm just making it sound so playful and easy. It is basically you have to try most of the things, understanding the budget that you are sitting on, and figure out what works out for you. Huh?
As you said, you are working only with products. So how you decided to go with this product only and
Huh?
make it acceptable globally so that you can get
हाँ, तो इट्स अ सिंगल प्रोडक्ट कंपनी. अभी ऐसे नहीं है कि चालू एक सोच के किया था एंड देन वी स्टार्टेड एडिंग डिफरेंट प्रोडक्ट्स. हाँ, so it's been 5 years. We are still not just sitting on a single product, but we are very bullish that we will always be, at least in the horizon that I'm seeing, a single product company. क्योंकि you get to focus, बेटर जो तरीके का प्रोडक्ट हम लोग बना रहे हैं, हाँ, माई एवरीथिंग रिवॉल्व्स अराउंड दैट product. Cadbury is one of the example. Your Horlicks is one of such examples. There are great companies who are doing only one product for generations. So to keep, and this is a personal choice. If you can handle 100 products inventory, like salute to you. It's basically depends on what you want to do as it's a decision. It is not about what is right, what is wrong, right? And how did I choose that product? So me as an engineer, Crosso is a very difficult product to make, not just make, to sell. Because even today, nobody is coming to us asking for Crossos. We only go, cafes ke paas, whenever there is new cafe coming out, we go, we have active sales team doing that job. So not just to make but also to sell, also to pack. यहाँ से हमारा क्रॉसो अगर जबलपुर जाता है, केरला जाता है, we take a complete responsibility that till it reaches your door, the shape is going to be intact. It is a very delicate product, right? How is that going to travel? So every problem involved in this whole process was very complex, and complexity intrigued us. That is why we decided. And it was also the confidence कि बनाएंगे तो बेच पाएंगे. Generally you can make a good product, but you should also have that confidence कि यार market में किसी को नहीं चाहिए. But all the great companies like Ford है, घोड़े पे तो चल ही रहे थे. Who needed a car, right? So if you can see what is going to happen, how things may change आफ्टर 10-15 years, अगर वो भरोसा है, अगर वो उतना स्टैमिना है, तो फिर चालू करो. हाँ हाँ. What? क्या नहीं समझ रहा है, एक मिनट. हाँ. What if?
We have got a loss in our startup.
हाँ.
And we had given our 100% of capital to the business. So
हाँ.
what is the alternative? How come?
I'll answer this. These restaurants only handle this question very, very beautifully. So he is asking, if you are sitting on negative, so losses when you are in business and your business is running, that means you're sitting on a negative cash flow. हाँ, 100 रुपया डाल रहे हो, 80 रुपया निकल रहा है, 20 रुपए का लॉस है, right? What does that mean? If your business is still running, you're sitting on a negative cash flow. First very important thing is you should at least know about this situation. It is not your CA's responsibility to tell you during the quarterly assessment or yearly assessment कि यार थोड़ा गड़बड़ चल रहा है तुम्हारा. You need to have a very close tap on your accounts to know that at least you are sitting on a negative cash flow. ठीक है, लॉस हो रहा है, ये पहले पता होना चाहिए, because there is so much that is happening that by the time you actually sit on those numbers, right, you will not understand. बहुत सारा आ रहा है, जा भी बहुत सारा रहा है, but unless you put that math together, unless you update your Excel, right, वो नहीं पता चलेगा. Now consider a situation that you know that you are sitting on a negative cash flow. ठीक है, उससे पहले if you can see that यार आज सही चल रहा है, पर I don't see in the October we will be hitting the numbers correct. If that is where you are amazing. पर चलो ये मान लो कि अभी आप negative cash flow पे चल रहे हो. What restaurants do? They delay their payments. मंथली साइकिल होता है, क्रेडिट पीरियड पे काम चलता है, 2 महीने का, 3 महीने का चलता है. दिस इज व्हाट यूज्ड टू हैपन वेरी कॉमनली बिफोर कोविड. आफ्टर कोविड few good things happen that people reduce their credit periods. So to manage with the negative cash flow is first, आप क्रेडिट पीरियड का थोड़ा सहारा ले सकते हो, पर थोड़ा, बहुत नहीं, बिकॉज यू नो व्हाट यू आर डूइंग इज नॉट राइट. मतलब 100 में से 101 तो निकलना ही पड़ेगा आपको. आज है ठीक है, आप you can buy 6 months, but this is not a permanent solution. This is a hack a mathematical hack, right? So don't rely on it, but this is something temporarily you can, take help of a leverage. But to come out of this, what you should ideally be doing is you need strong, disciplined processes. You do not delay anyone else's payment and be very particular, disciplined about receivables. If you are selling, you got to be collecting the payment, right? So you will have to have discipline at both the ends, at your end and at the other end who's going to pay you. You can't be releasing payments if somebody else is not paying you, right? Be very disciplined on these two fronts.